Nestled in the heart of Rock County, Milton, Wisconsin, is where small town charm meets modern living.
Yes, but don't be fooled by the lack of big city living, because Milton offers beautiful landscape, a thriving community, and a very rich history.
Welcome to the American Dream. We're your hosts, Kevin and Renee Clark. And today we're going to take in some of that rich history.
Yes, and now that we have coffee from Charla's, why don't we start by going over to the Milton House?
Hi, we're here with Keaton Kloss, the Executive Director of the Milton House. Keaton, thanks for meeting with us today. Tell me a little bit about the Milton House. I hear it's a national landmark or historic landmark. You can correct me here.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming. Always glad to have people come and help get the word out about our organization. So yeah, we are the Milton House, so we are a National Historic Landmark. We're the only one in Rock County. A lot of places in Rock County are on the National Historic Register, but the landmark means that the federal government has said that your story has national significance. So we got that designation in 1998, and the main reason is because we are a certified Underground Railroad stop, and we're the only one that's in Wisconsin that people can tour. So there are other Underground Railroad sites in the state, but they're private houses or churches or just a plaque. So we're the only one you can tour.
Right, very cool. Besides the guided tours, you also mentioned that there's some special events.
Yeah, we have special events throughout the year. So like in just that couple of weeks, we're gonna have some of our Christmas events. Our biggest one, probably the one that most people know us for, is our Civil War Days. And that happens in May, the third weekend in May. And it's an event where we have Civil War reenactors, and they come and they're like in the park across the street, and then back there we fire cannons. It gives you all kinds of fun things. The Friday portion is just for school kids. We have about 1,500 school kids come just that day. And then the rest of it is a free event for the community, so people can just come throughout the day. We have great Lincoln reenactor, and it's definitely one of our events that is more focused on education. So our mission is to educate people on the history, and so that's one of the ways that we do it, is through guided tours, but then also through special events like Civil War Days. So this section, the hexagon, was a stagecoach inn, and then kind of that big part that we were in earlier, that was added in 2006 because the original collapsed in 1948. But in 1844, he builds that section. Downstairs were all rentable business spaces, and upstairs are rentable apartments. So there would have been 6 rooms on this floor. That one got changed when we became a museum. So there would have been another room there. And then these other ones just have items that have been donated to the museum throughout the years. So this is not at all what rooms would have looked like. And then in 1867, he added our 3rd floor. So then there were 6 more rooms. Business was just that good. So this was done by one guy, Larry Schultz, and it took him about a year. He's still in town. He's actually got to come back and do some more work on it, but he is absolutely phenomenal. We have him, and then as we go around the corner, there's a tile mosaic on the ceiling, and the 2 women who did that's the same one who did the one in the lobby. This is a cellar, so the stairwell we just came down would not have existed. That was added in the 1950s when it became a museum. So that door wouldn't be there. Obviously no lights, and it would have been just a dirt floor. So there was an entrance through the floor in one of the other rooms to get down here. So they would just root cellar, because they didn't have refrigeration. So this is anything that you kind of needed to be in a refrigerator, you put in here, down here. So we think this is a space where freedom seekers would stay while they were here. So usually in the gallery, you guys get a really fast history lesson on the compromise of like 1850. And so the heyday of Underground Railroads from 1850 to the end of the Civil War. Because in 1850, for a lot of reasons, the country compromises on some stuff, and they strengthen the fugitive slave law. So now getting into a free state wasn't good enough, because it was the federal government's job to find escaped slaves and send them back. So even though Wisconsin was a free state, if someone came to this state and was an enslaved person, their owner could come and get them and take them back. So that's why the Underground Railroad becomes so important, but it also means that it's more dangerous. So if you're found helping, you can be put in jail, you can be fined, you could lose your property.
So we just uncovered some really great history, Kev. I'm just wondering, what do you think we should do next?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, but I say a little less history and a little more wine. Like maybe Timber Hill Winery? What do you think?
That sounds great. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I'm here with Amanda Steffel, owner and winemaker of Timber Hill Winery. So let's just start with a little bit of your history and how this whole beautiful dream of owning this vineyard came to be.
So I went to school for microbiology at the University of Iowa, and From there, I learned about winemaking as a career path. I started making wine at home. I really fell in love with the craft of it. People fell in love with what we were making at home, and it all turned into this. I fell in love with it, and here we are. It's been a long journey though. I started in 2015, and we started out small, and after years of growth, we grew into this beautiful.
Yeah, so because you had another building actually, you're right before this.
Right.
The smaller,
Yep.
just down the street.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
okay. Is that where you still make wine?
We do still have our production at our old location.
We're here sitting in the domes. How long do you have domes up?
So we usually put them up the 1st of November, and then we rent them through the end of March. And we've been doing it for a few years now because, as you know, Wisconsin gets a little chilly during that season. And so they're the perfect way for people to be able to enjoy the beautiful outdoors
I love
without
this.
the freezing cold.
Do they get booked up so you have to rent pretty early?
Yeah, we rent out, we have 4 of them now, so they're pretty popular though. I always tell people to book them for your special occasion. We do a lot of private events where we have 2 different rooms available that people can book for birthdays, anniversaries. We've been doing a lot of showers. Then our public events, we do a lot of really fun stuff too. One of my favorites that we have going on tonight, Friday night, we do Wino Bingo, where we bring in a lot of local nonprofits and we help raise money for them while people just have fun playing bingo. I like to tell people we aren't just a winery. I think it's important that people know that we have an amazing food menu. My personal favorite food, pizza, is definitely one of the best things that we offer. And we have gluten-free pizza available too.
I love their gluten-free pizza. It's awesome.
And a lot of great vegetarian and vegan options. And another thing is we have amazing mocktail menu. So for those that don't like to drink, we have delicious mocktails.
Well, what a wonderful afternoon in one of our favorite local communities. Where do you think we should go on our next adventure, Kev?
Every day's an adventure with you, babe.
Okay. So, thank you for joining us on another episode of the American Dream TV. We are Renee and Kevin Clark, and until next time, God bless and keep dreaming.